So, good evening, everyone. It is Wednesday, the 9th of May, 2023, and I'm just going to run through the markets quickly. So, let's run through this. So, a couple of things are significant. In about 10 minutes, we're going to find out if Donald Trump, the Republican nominee, is going to be found guilty of rape. We'll know that probably before the end of this recording, which is absolutely crazy that a presidential guy is found guilty of rape. Just crazy. Okay, just the times we live in, right? Okay, so let's have a look here. There's no setup on euro dollar. We've got one down day on cable. It looks nice and bullish. It could go up from here. So this could be the minimum pullback. Look at this. It's basically pulling in to the old highs, comes back in, so it's a break and a retest and could go on. So this could be a potential setup. Usually I wait for 2 down days. There's a single one day, so that could be a good move to the upside. So far, look, we're at a major level. This is a major level. If we break through this, there's a lot of room to the upside, but this is the level here. So there's some caution there. There's reasons to consider taking the trade and reasons to consider not taking the trade. But the direction is very clear. Does that make sense? Then we've got Aussie dollar, one down day right at a level here, so there's no setup today. Kiwi dollar, no setup today. Dollar yen continues to push higher. It's very weak. Okay, but there's no setup. Dollar Swissy, no setup. This was a potential inside short setup and it didn't trigger. So no setup. Dollar CAD, no setup. We've got at least one up day. I need 2 green days. I want a retracement before I consider going short. Euro GBP, no setup. I need 2 green candles at least. Nothing there. Euro yen has triggered and then come back down. Technically, it's not bearish until we break this low. So it is a lower high, but it could double bottom and go up. That could happen. So we have to wait and see on that one. So here we got an inside candle on Euro Swissy and that continued down. I didn't mark it, but yep, that's a possibility. Okay, so I took that trade, so I'm in on that trade. Euro CAD, there is no correction, so there's nothing yet. Euro Aussie, no setup yet. I need up days. It is trying to potentially, it's doing one of two things. It's a weekly retracement, which is this weekly pullback, and then it's going to be bullish and it's going to carry on going, which I actually think is a very fair shot. Or it's trying to change trend potentially. So actually, what it's going to do, if it gets back up above the 5 and 20, I would say it's probably going to resume. Euro Kiwi, no setup. So again, Euro Kiwi is a similar thing. Look at that, back into the moving averages. So it's a really good place for this to finish this week as a bullish candle, and then hint that it's going to hit higher. Pound yen, continuing to push higher. No setup. Pound Swissy. Okay, so this is a possible setup. I'm going to mark it. It's a possible setup. It is an inside candle, bullish inside candle within an uptrend. Okay, so that is a possible setup there. Pound yen, I'm going to put it on the list. GBP, JPY. Let me also see if there's any questions. There's no questions. Sometimes there's randomly someone in. I just stream it when I get the chance. So you get to watch it after the fact. It's not meant to be an organized thing. Pound CAD, no setup. So this uptrend is broken. Okay, it's not a double bottom. It's broken that. So basically it's a weekly retracement. So we see what that should be. Should that be 150 units? Pound Aussie, same thing again. That could be a potential double bottom. So this could be a double bottom. Could be an inside bullish candle, double bottom within a weekly turnaround. That I find interesting. Definitely going to consider that. Possibly. Pound Kiwi. Again, weekly retracement. So a lot of these have had some good trends that needed a weekly retracement. And unfortunately, that happens. That doesn't mean you always get divergence. You don't always get a warning on the daily. Sometimes it just happens. Aussie Kiwi looks like it wants to keep going. It's not very clear on what it wants. This is an inside candle. I'm pretty confident that this has still got some potential to turn around and go up, but I need a break above yesterday's high. So I want to see it turn around. So I'm looking to see if we do a move from here. Okay, let's see. Tomorrow. No clear. Oh, well, that double bottomed. No clear setup here yet. Aussie yen. Okay, so Aussie yen is in an uptrend. There's no doubt about it. Look at it. Low, high, High, lows, higher. Look, high, lows, high, highs. Pulls back, pulls back. This is a bearish, no, a bullish inside candle. Could be a continuation. Could be. This level might hold, and so it could end up being a double top and coming down. That could happen as well. But, and it is at a major level. I grant you that. But it has, again, it's one of those ones. Could go either way. QBCAD, same thing again. QBCAD, similar to AussieCAD, I still would want to see. It's an inside candle. If it closes bullishly, there could be a move to the upside. So QBCAD, still a potential there for me. QB Swissy, I'm now waiting for 2 down days before we go. And this, again, this could be a retracement on the weekly and a continuation by the end of the week. So we could just have seen that this week. Again, we've got one pullback. I need a second one for that. CAD Yen. CAD Yen still pushing higher. Swiss Yen. This could still be another move that way. Could still be that. And CAD Swissy. Nothing. Not offering anything. So there's a couple of things there to watch. My favorites. Let me repeat that. My favorites. And that doesn't mean they're really high probability setups, but I like the looks of those. I think it was pound Aussie because of that double bottom. I don't know why I've put pound yen in. Why did I do pound yen? That's weird. Why did I do pound yen? Pound Swissy? Pound Swissy. Not pound yen. So pound Swissy, pound Aussie, and Aussie yen as the ones I am interested in if we break the high. Because here's the logic, guys. Here's the logic. So this has produced a potential lower high at a major level. Therefore, if it's going to go down, it should break the low of tomorrow, generally speaking, before it breaks the high. Instead, if it just goes and breaks the high, it should continue up. Obviously, you can get outside bars. You can get triggered in and stopped out. That can happen. It has happened in the last few weeks. But that's it. There's only like 3 different ways that can go. All right, so let's go to the rest of the markets. Let's see what's going on. Gold, inside bullish candle. We spoke about this yesterday. It's broken the high. There's a lot of buyers pushing it, but it has started to diverge. Possible it's going to go up again. Just keep going and test it again. So that's a fair possibility. That is a potential setup here. Just commenting on, that's a bullish candle there. Just commenting on bearish divergence. But that is it, and I would mark this as a double top for sure. So it's a thought. Where's Texas? Oh, natural gas. Natural gas pushing up. Okay, fine. West Texas still in that range, and just pushing up from the bottom of the range. That's all it's doing. Let's see the indices. So the indices haven't done much today. No setup, no setup, no setup, no setup. It's still early. Could go somewhere in the next 2 hours, but not seeing anything. No setup. We had a gap up on the ASX. That's good. And Nikkei pushing higher. Markets looking good. Let's go through the stocks quickly. Apple stalling. Inside candles, bearish. Looks like it needs a retracement. Amazon keeps pushing higher. So I've got some options, put options on that. That's looking good. I like that. AT&T pushing lower. ARC pushing higher. Good for you, man. Good for you. There was because we spoke about this double bottom on the weekly. That looks good. Glencore, nothing. No clarity. Tesco pushing up. Fine. Amex pushing up a bit. There was this possible setup here. That's fine. Coca-Cola producing lower highs. Looks like it's going to produce a possible bearish breakout pattern. Like that. Could break lower. But it would just be down towards 62. Not terrible, I don't think. BP looks okay. Not great. Look at the gaps that we had on these. Like gaps up and then gaps down. A lot of gaps. Actually, that in itself should be significant, guys. Lots and lots of gaps recently. To me, that would be signs of exhaustion coming in. Not a good sign. Okay, look at how General Motors is trying to stay above this level. JP Morgan trying to stay where it is. There's a bullish candle. Let's see what happens with that. I'm just going to mark it. I'm just going to move it from here to there. Adidas, bearish divergence. It's probably going to have a bit of a correction. We'll see. We'll see. Meta looks good. Look at this. Little bullish candles. Could be a continuation setup there. 3 little bullish Three little bullish candles, each one closing higher, progressively higher. Looks good. That could be a nice little bullish continuation to the upside. Interesting. Interesting. Let's see. I'm a lot more cautious with some of these right now for trades, not so much for share dealing, for owning shares, but for short-term trades, because I like it when it's very bullish and very clear setups. Nvidia looks okay, keeps going. Not a problem with that. Netflix breaking through that. I don't know if I said one of these yesterday. I was expecting it to push through. PayPal, woof, PayPal today. Man, that just dropped right down. So this is the last line in the sand. This is important because if it's going to break through here, it's actually produced a bit of a bearish thing and it's got quite a drop to go. So PayPal is just not surviving this patch. The only survival is tomorrow if it can recover and go back up. Then I would say that's very significant. But it doesn't look good. Does not look good for PayPal. So might hear at some point PayPal gets bought out by someone or something. That would be interesting. Spotify keeps going. That's good. That's good. It's probably Ed Sheeran's new album that released today. This looks good. This is a bullish continuation. Looks okay. FedEx just trying to get through that level. It really just can't get through it. It's amazing. Tesla not going anywhere just yet. It's still in the danger zone. Remember that it has to really break. Like it's got a long way to go to recover. Vanguard battling, but it seems to be staying near the top. Bonds not offering anything. Bonds not offering anything here. Cryptos actually, Bitcoin looking a bit weak. Almost possible head and shoulders here. So I'm concerned about that because I was looking for a nice bullish breakout when we were here. We did break up, but we didn't break out. We could break below that. Interesting. And that's looking bearish already. So that's possible. That some people talk about that as being hidden bearish divergence, meaning that could be a bullish sign. I see it as bearish. Momentum is bearish, therefore I see that. And we'll see. It has to turn around tomorrow or the next day. It has to. Solana also looking bearish. Okay, so basically we don't need to see much else there. So there, I'll leave you with that. Those are my thoughts. I need to find a way to upload this stuff so that people can comment and come back to me. Possibly the only way to do that is a subscription channel and then do live stuff that's just scheduled every day. But trying to upload it onto Dropbox and just all week and capture and all these different places, just such a ball ache. It's not worth it. Anyway, I hope that you find this useful. I hope you're enjoying it. If you are, just give me a like on this particular, on these videos, then I can see the numbers. Because if 100 people watch and one person likes it, that doesn't tell me very much. Okay, cool. Thank you very much, and I will see all of you or chat to you tomorrow.